Because I have
Oh,
a pretty
nice.
long day, so I decided to go early.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
good.
How about you? What did you do yesterday
I
in the
did
gym?
shoulders yesterday.
Oh, nice. Want to rip that shit and get ripped.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, by the way, on your sister's wedding.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's supposed to be private, so just keep it at that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay, it's okay.
I sent my bias on GJ on Zoom chat.
Okay.
If you can have a look and tell me your feedback about it, please. Man,
Okay.
it just moved on London. Moved a lot.
I have no idea what happened. I'm just looking at the charts. Absolutely no clue.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Kartik.
What's going on?
Oh, same thing. How are you?
Good, good. Just out here in
Good
Hawaii.
morning.
Hello, everybody.
Morning, morning, morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, bro.
Man, we should have a fucking banner up there. Good morning, good morning, good morning for everybody. We should have
Good morning.
we should have like a slide going on. Good morning from everybody.
Just trying to be polite.
Yeah.
Right.
Every morning.
Yeah, those just jokes.
What are you looking at, Rakeel? The retest on gold.
No idea. I'm just looking at the charts right now.
Okay. Gold,
Yeah.
4 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour break retest, 1466, 59. I'm waiting for it to retest there, and then I reckon like push up to fill this wick that's left on the H4.
Nice.
I'm looking at weekend. It's doing a nice retest.
Yeah, I missed the last candle at 1464, and I seen the retest, and I wanted to come a little bit down, but totally missed it. Gutted. Yeah, on the H1. Yeah, see, when it came down, I just wanted that retest to come and just get the pips on the left, the wicks on the left, and I totally missed it. See, you've already got it at the bottom. See your wick on the last bullish candle at the bottom.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I just wanted that to push a little bit down so it was level with those wicks to your there.
Why didn't you do it?
Because I just wanted like another 5-10 pips. I wanted a smaller drawdown. And then it just effed off the opposite way.
Interesting. Everything is interesting. Looks like it's going to be a pretty easy day for GJ here to continue bullish. Needs to create a support. Gonna take a buy, and stop is going to be below the 1 hour candle, and yeah, we're gonna have a one trade for the day here. That's about it. Gold, the good thing about gold is gold created a high. It needs to, if it creates a support, there's a very, very high chance gold is going to continue up to retest 1470.68 and then probably continue up towards 1472, which is the daily resistance if you look on the daily time frame. See the daily time frame? Yeah. So this is the price where Sean took buys 2 weeks ago and then price fell down. So now price is approaching that same level. It's not that far away. Let's see how far away it is actually. It's like $4 away, 40 pips away. So it made a high.
I think
Yeah.
That's the best thing about gold. It's got out of that mess that it was in.
Massive what?
It got out of the mess that it was in.
Oh, yes. Oh, what's this? GJ.
Morning.
Hey, good morning, Simon.
How's things?
Good, good,
How's them boulder shoulders?
good.
Boulder shoulders.
Yeah. Hey, Juan, I know you're looking for sells. I'm looking for buys off the 1 hour
DJ,
on GJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense, Raja. Thank you for the feedback.
it's rejected the 4 hour zone at the bottom again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to take buys once this 1 hour closes.
Okay, got you. Now I understand.
Oh, you can be right. Like there's just like your bias can be right too.
Yes, but you're right because the overall trend is bullish.
Yes.
I mean, you gotta go with the trend. Thank you, sir.
Gotta go with the trend. Black box. The trading president, the U.S. said there will be no deal with China unless he is re-elected. Awesome. Gold going back up to 1472 then.
Yeah, I think we could see like 1478 today.
1478. Perfect. Because it made a high, that's for sure. It made a high, and this high will be retested.
I would love it to come down back towards like 1466 area, back into that four. If you just go to the 4 hour, Rakeel, it's come down a bit. So it's like, let me just mark it up on here. It's finally broken out of this box. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to see, when does this 4 hour close? Like in a long time. It's only just opened, right? Yeah, I'm going to be watching over the next day, tomorrow. I'd love to see this like
retested.
Yeah, retest it, go rejection, and then we could ride it all the way up. Let's see. I was hoping this new 4 hours going to pull all the way down back to there and reject, but got too much momentum right now.
Yeah, too much momentum. Is this a good trade or just luck? I think it was pretty risky, but you made it work. So that's okay. Yeah, that is. Would like to see a retest though. Just gotta wait here now. Waity. Fishy. Alright, GJ is dropping too much for my liking here.
Good morning, Rakeel.
Hey, good morning.
How are you today, boss?
Good, man. How are you?
Great, man. Congratulations.
That's amazing.
For your sister's wedding, man.
Oh, thank you. Let's keep that shit private, man. We have a lot of people that are listening.
Sorry.
Someone else will come along and say this. Oh, yeah.
What are you looking at today?
I don't know.
I see it?
Nothing.
I took GJ longs, but just got out.
I'm looking at gold buys here to continue moving bullish.
I like it. The thing is that we got the resistance at 72.
Yes. So it's got to retest that area. 1470. It's going to retest it, and then it's going to continue moving towards 1472. I think by New York Open or NYC Open.
I was actually trying to short gold, but got out at break even. I saw that zone. I was like, it was moving way too slow, anyways.
Naughty boy.
I know. I tried. She slapped my hand, but you know, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, if you see the 1 hour close, it's really strong, man.
I know. I figured I could get a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I got a break even. I'm
Good
okay.
try.
Shoot, I think I got in probably about half an hour ago, but it just wasn't really doing much.
Oh, someone took a GJ cell. Nice. Good luck.
I got GU buys running about 20 pips at the moment.
Nice.
Nice, Simon.
4 hour break and retest.
One hour candle is about to close in 4 minutes here.
You planning on buying up into the high?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to buy GJ here. Take a little buy on GJ.
I was long and I got out when it broke the 50-minute low.
Alright, I got in a buy on GJ right here. It created a high at 141,670. It came down, created some sort of support on the 1 hour candle. I believe the 1 hour candle is going to stay bullish. I mean, it should stay above 141,400. If it does, then support is created, and the next 1 hour candle should probably, you know, continue down, come down, make a liquidity wick, and come up to fill this wick, and eventually continue up to the high at 141,700. So.
Rakeel, you have full position right now. You're gonna add
yeah.
Creating the wick.
Nah, I just have a two lot running, but if it looks good, I'm gonna add more.
Okay, perfect.
I also got to buy on gold too.
You're on a roll today, man.
Wow, it just looks good.
Dang, you didn't even wait for the candle to close.
Yeah, man. That's confidence.
Gold is really, really bullish. Can you take a look at my chart, please? Yes, if you send the chart, I'll look at it. On the other hand, is EJ trying to go down, or what is it trying to do over here?
GJ and EJ are both kind of stuck in 4 hour like resistance at the top and at the bottom. They just bouncing between the two.
Yeah, that's true. Well, gold buys and GJ buys. One of them is going to win. NYC Open is 9:30. What is your reason to start at 6 a.m.? Well, my reason to start at 6:30 a.m. is that's when I wake up. I got other stuff to do at 9:30. So that's my reason. Super simple reasons, you know.
Raja, don't you think the 30-minute on GJ is rejecting?
But the 1 hour is creating support. So, you know, some in it. I'll see how this closes and then I'll see how the 15-minute is, because the next 15-minute shouldn't break the low of the previous 15-minute and should, like, you know, start to move up towards this wick at 141.550.
Yeah.
If it does, then I'm going to start to look forward to exit my positions.
Can you zoom out on GJ 30-minute?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we are gonna retest like this area.
Okay.
To go higher. Let's see.
Makes sense. Shitty close on gold. Look at this 1 hour candle closed on gold. Very weak bullish candle. Very, very weak. It decreases the chances to go up. That's why I got out of gold.
I knew I should have held myself. Damn it! I was shooting for 1466.61 just to get out early. I mean, it's not too late to get back in. It's a better price.
For sells?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But I'm not gonna do it. Fuck it. One trade at a time. Focus on GJ for now.
Can you explain why you entered GJ? Yeah, so looking at it on the 1 hour here, I'm going to tell you why I entered GJ. The only reason I entered GJ over here was that GJ right here moved up, you know, created a high, and then it started to move down. This candle moved down and closed above this consolidation area, you know. So if you look at it, it's the 1 hour candles, and if the 1 hour candles were consolidating, this means this is a very important price if you look left, you know. So now the next candle closed bullish, creating a support. So now this supports the idea that as long as this new 1 hour candle respects the low of the previous one, it should continue moving up, first of all to fill this wick and then eventually to retest this high up over here. And someone's drawing these boxes to show consolidation. Very well done.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh yeah.
just to show that, like, this is if you look like left on the higher time frames, this is a 4 hour zone that it's rejected. So if it's rejected a stronger zone, it should push away from it.
Yes.
GCAT is flying.
Oh.
Yeah, when the 1 hour closes like this, it doesn't make a lower wick.
Are there any retests for dynamic buy and gold? Rosalind, I don't know what you mean by that. I think you need to send a chart on what you think, so I can better understand what that means. Dynamic buys on gold? I don't understand. I don't know what that is. Oh, someone sent a chart. Who's this? Alex P sent a lovely empty chart. Very nice. Let's move to the next one. Ooh, wonderful. Someone is in cells on GJ. Awesome. Mohammed is in cells. Interesting. We have competition.
I passed on that trade. I was waiting for GJ to come a little bit lower to take some entries.
Yeah. See, cells could also make sense, but I'm looking at the most recent price action. So most recently, GJ created a support, so I'm going based off of that. Most recently, it created a resistance, then it created a support. This was yesterday, so I'm not keeping that in perspective. I'm keeping this in perspective. What's happening now?
Yeah, M15 looks nice.
Yeah.
Created some support on that 0.4.
Yeah.
And it's just bouncing right off of it.
Yeah, it's true. M15, yeah. Oh, see, this 15 minute has now broken the high of the previous 15 minute. So this means there are higher chances for this 15 minute to continue moving up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten my stop loss. I'm going to bring it a little higher. And as price goes in 10 pip profit, I'm going to secure profits 10 pips. And I'm going to let it run. Sounds good. There we go. We got 10 pips in the bag. Gonna secure 10 pips. And gonna leave a runner running over here.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Easy.
Stops at break even. 30 minute has broken the high of the previous one, so we're good.
Day done.
Very nice, coach.
This could be it, man. This could be the breakout finally. Yeah.
Well, YouTube, if you guys like this trade, just give a thumbs up. Because we do this every day.
Oh, Jesus. Top-down analysis was on point today.
It was on point. Man, I got a little like, a little antsy because fucking people started saying it's gonna go down. I was like, I don't know. Because I was in the trade.
Don't you just hate that shit? You gotta just tune that shit out and stick to what you know, man.
Yeah.
Because I took sales early on GJ, man. Got stopped out, re-enter, gained back my profits.
Yeah.
Took a small loss. And then when you said buys, I just did the top-down analysis and it made more sense to me. But since my bias was already, I just stick to it. I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna take this trade unless it comes down lower.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went off the fact that created support, so there's a higher chance for it to go up. So I was like, all right. Raja, if you are a scammer, you're the most transparent scammer ever. Thank you. Thank you.
That's lit.
That's awesome,
That is true.
Well, that's being mean politely.
Yeah.
119 award.
You get to enter the stream for that one.
Now, Raja, that maybe was the push from our opening.
Yeah.
The first 10 pip, and now it's gonna go downtown.
I believe so, yeah. Oh, got stopped. My runner got stopped.
Yeah, be careful with GJ, because,
Yeah, that's true. Oh, GJ is on cocaina.
Cocaine.
I just can't stop looking at EJ that it wants to drop and retest down here. But I've already taken my trade.
But that sounds look good.
Yeah. To understand analysis, did you ignore the 30-minute candle with the big wick down? Yes, I ignored all of that and I went with the 1 hour candle creating support and taking a buy. So I took a buy. Took profits, had a runner got stopped out, and that's it. Made $200.
Risked in what, 200?
Yeah, like I was hoping it would come down to create a wick and I would enter more buys, but it just went up.
The forward candle's bearish. Daily's bullish. I don't know.
The 4 hour, the thing about GJ is that it's ranging on the 4 hour now. You know, so that was an intra range trade because it's bouncing off 141 300, the support that was held through Thursday, you know, throughout Thursday. It's rejecting
Yeah.
that, but it's also rejecting the resistance at 121 700.
If you look on the weekly, that's a pretty big area we're in.
Yeah, all the way to the left.
Mm-hmm.
But the only confidence I have for it to go up is because the weekly broke above 140 area, you know,
Yeah,
above
exactly.
141. So there's huge, a lot of room for GJ to come up to 143 even. So this daily created a perfect storm. It broke out of this heavy range, and now if this daily stays bullish, it's creating support down over here. And this support would support the idea for the next one to, you know, continue moving bullish. Yeah, moving up to this area here would be perfect if it moves bullish. So for it to move bullish, 4 hour needs to keep rejecting 141 300. Gold break the strong. Oh, nice one. I carry nobody. Oh man, this morning I drank some stale milk.
Yum.
Oh.
That must have woke you up.
Oh yeah, so bad.
Better than dark chocolate.
Milk never gets stale in my house, man. Never.
You guys drink it?
Go through it like crazy.
Oh. No, but like this one had an expiry date of 15th December.
Okay.
Yeah, it was still stale. Like I poured it. Yeah, I don't know.
Unless air got into it.
Yeah, our milk comes in like plastic sealed bags too, so I don't know what's going on.
Plastic sealed bags. What kind of country shit is that?
Canada, man. Yeah.
You guys still have the milkman delivering milk?
No. We have to buy milk jugs. We have to buy milk jugs to put the plastic bags in the milk jugs.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm gonna stay stateside forever, man.
Oh, I should have stayed in my gold cell. God damn it.
Why'd you close?
Because you said something.
Man, when I'm in a trade, 100 people say something. I just stay in my trade.
I know.
See, now it's gonna probably fall further. It broke the low of the previous 15-minute candle.
Correct.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, like that GJ buy was a lucky one. The way it's coming down, that was a lucky buy.
Yeah, even the structure on the 30 minutes looks like we're making lower highs.
Yeah. See, at this point, if someone's looking at GJ, you should be waiting for GJ. Because this is a strong support here at 141 300.
Originally this morning I got up looking for sells. I was looking for it to break below 141.28.
Oh yeah.
And it did on the 15th, so I jumped in. And then it started dragging me backwards. It's like, all right, time to get out. Next time I got to break even, and I did.
Yeah. Oh, was it this one right here?
Correct. That's where I got dragged out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the previous 15-minute closed with no wick either.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. Too early. Just sat down with my coffee. That was at what, 5:45 this morning, I think.
Yeah, 5:45.
Still cleaning out my eyes.
Yeah, Rakeel, if you look on the 30-minute, looks break, retest, bearish candle down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before it to go down, it needs to break below 141 300. Because then you have like a bigger range to play in.
Yeah, you got 10 pips right now.
Yeah, but then, I don't know. I wouldn't take that trade.
Okay.
Hey, are you trading during the day at all? No. Is it December 8th prep a webinar so we can make the webinar use too much? What? Webinar, will you be able to see it on mentorship option? I don't know, Austin. You gotta, I don't know, if you're in a Slack group, you'll get access to it. If not, then you won't get access to it.
I was going to ask actually about the webinar. Are you just going to put like a link in the Slack group at 9 a.m.?
Yes. Obviously, man. We're
just making sure.
I'll send you a private pigeon. The pigeon will fly in with the link with you.
I mean, that's how we still deliver posts here in London. So.
Oh yeah. So if I send it now,
have you not watched Harry Potter?
Yeah. Pigeon's leaving here soon. It's gonna get you. Gold is in a box. This is the box where traders come to die, this box. Because if you wait for this box to break and you look left, there's a clean candle, and the next issue this candle has is over here. Right? So you can say, okay, perfect. I'm a good trader and I'm going to wait for gold to break this box and I'm going to try to take a sell down to 1466. If you wait for this box to break to the upside, you're like, perfect, I'm a good trader. I'm going to wait for it to break above 1470 because this shit is going to go to 1473 because that's the next major resistance. So on gold, what we did was created a recent resistance and support, and basically now we just gotta wait for it to break. Looking at GJ, almost the same thing on GJ. It's got to break the support to continue down. Hey Raja, do you think gold will fill the 4-hour wicks between 61 and 58 from yesterday? I don't know, James. I think it's got to break below 68 first to come to 66. And then it's going to break 66 to come down to 61. So I think you're way too far ahead in the future. Yeah, each is gonna come down.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Is GJ going against the gold trend? No, GJ. How are gold and GJ related? How can you even put? You can't put GJ and gold in the same sentence. You can't. That's the big no, because they're not correlated in any way. It's okay, Patelikari. That's okay. The best way to look for correlations is to look at the pairs, look at the letters in them, and see if they match up with something else. You know, if you look at XAU GBP, that's correlated with GBP JPY. you know, but XAU USD is in no way correlated with GBP JPY.
Torch account made a profitable trade today for 300 pips.
Yeah, I saw that.
Damn.
Oh, sorry.
300.
30 pips.
Oh,
30.
300 must be pound New Zealand or pound CAD.
Sorry. 70 pips.
70. It's not bad.
Misleading the crowd over there. People were like, whoa, what?
Hey, we're taking signals from the Torch account today.
Yeah, but the amount of pips don't mean nothing. It's marketing.
How do you find the Torch account? You go in MT4 and you look up for KOT4 Live. And I don't know where's the password.
He said 300 pips. I almost spit my water out like I did yesterday when GJ dropped.
Oh, what's this? Are all sheep trading here? No.
No, we're lions. You're the sheep.
We're not trading right now.
Spoken like a true sheep.
We're demo trading right now.
That's a YouTuber, right?
Yeah, of course.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got his. I'm tracking his IP address right now.
Yeah, I mean, people think that when someone's trading, they're trading all the time, or they're going to be in a trade all the time. That's not the case. I mean, over here, we talk about random stuff 80% of the time, and maybe being in a trade the rest 20% of the time. As you can see, currently the conditions on gold are ranging. Candles are closing in 8 minutes. Ooh, what's this? Someone sent a chart. Let's take a look at this chart. Oh wow, what's this? Waiting for the candle to close above 141.450. If it closes above, we'll wait for a retest. Target here. If GJ breaks support, target here. Yeah, this makes sense. This is perfect. So currently you have GJ in a little bit of a range here. My bias is still bullish, so I'm going to wait to see if GJ creates another support so I can take a buy. But the support will need to hold in GJ, so I'm just waiting here. Gold is getting pretty heavy at this support too. Did yesterday's GJ drop really surprise you? No, not really, because I was at the gym and I saw it later. I was like, oh, interesting. And then I come on, and then I waited for New York session, and then it came on here. Based on your opinion, trading your setups at the open of any major session is better, or any time during the day will work also? Well, the thing is, when you're looking for your setup, it's better to look at the setups at the same time every day. Because if you look at a different time, price may not move the same way. That's the problem, because if you look at this gold in the afternoon in New York, it might not have the volume you need for your setup to play out.
There goes my gold. Fuck.
There goes GJ. Stops a break even.
I'm making more money in sports betting than trading. It's easy to risk money gambling. Why is that? The big reason is that because when you do sport betting, you're doing 1 or 2 bets a day. You're not doing 20 bets a day. That's the whole reason you win more in sports betting. When people come to trading, They have this mindset of, taking trade after trade after trade after trade. They don't realize they need to focus on maybe 1 or 2 trades a day, because you can place a trade here really fast and the outcome is going to be delivered to you like even faster. So when people, like, I always say this, if you're looking for consistency, man, you got to stick to 1 or 2 trades. There's no way around that. And if you can't do that, man, you're gonna have a bad time. What would your trade be? Ideal trade. My ideal trade is gonna be if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, this is gonna be my ideal trade. And then I can expect the next 30-minute candle to possibly create a wick and then continue bearish and have a stop above the previous candle. This will be my ideal trade to fill this range, because now price came down, created a low, came up, created a resistance. So there's a 80% chance price will come down to retest this low. Right? So think about it. If you go to the casino with an 80% chance of winning, aren't you going to just take that trade all day, or aren't you going to just keep playing the slot machine? Because you have an 80% chance of winning. Same thing I did with GJ on the 1 hour. Price came up, came down, created a support. I took a buy. It went up 10 pips. I secured. And my runner got stopped. But I secured. So that's really important. Always wait for price to print something you like. Print something that you can, resonate with. And take that trade. Marcus Ben, I think there's a video on YouTube called Higher Time Frame to Low Time Frame Analysis. I think you need to watch that video. It's going to help you.
GJ just consolidated, man.
Yeah, it's in that range now.
Fuck.
Oh, what's this chart? If this current candle closed bearish, could mean a possible reversion. Price broke zone. Yeah, this could make sense, but now you gotta see where you're gonna plot your entries and exits. I think this is awesome because if gold has created a high right here, it needs to pull back, create some sort of support, and continue up to retest the high. So that retest of the high will be the trade I'm going to be looking for. Because that's going to mean now I'm trying to trade with the trend. Three minutes for this 30-minute to close. Man, gold looking like a nice sell if this 15 minutes stays bearish.
I'd be 6 pips in profit. Fuck.
Because if this respects this, next one can continue down.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was shooting for.
If you're showing profits, could we see your equity curve? No, Paul, you cannot see my equity curve. This is for educational purposes only.
And you posted your month's close already on Instagram, so it's...
Yeah, I even posted my withdrawal, man. What more do people want?
It's like, what is that even going to do for him anyway to see that?
They want to see if you broke resistance on your account.
They want to see if from the long term you're real.
They want to compare my equity curve with theirs and see how shit they are.
There it goes.
Oh yeah, it's gonna fall.
There he goes, man. Why didn't you hold it?
Because...
Why, man? Why?
I know. No, que porquería. I should have held it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it's gonna continue falling here. Continue falling.
You got space, man.
I know, nothing but space. Dude, I would have sat in that cell for what? An hour and a half at this point? Just watching it go up and down and then finally down. 0 drawdown too. My stop loss was at 1471 even. Would have had no drawdown really.
God damn, GJ. GJ failed to break the previous 1 hour candle lows.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I
Rakeel
took
did
8
call
pips.
by.
Off that buys?
Shorts. I had shorts based on the 50-minute.
I wanted to take buys at the bottom, but it didn't touch my. But I'm just gonna wait. I'm not seeing it.
Well, I think you still can. I think this was the low of the current 1 hour candle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think the structure is about to change looking at the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15-minute just flipped.
Yeah, I think the structure is about to change. It's about to make higher lows.
Yeah, gold is about to make a lower low here. Next one should go boom.
So if we close back above 41, 440 area, I'm taking buys.
I like it.
Still like buys on GJ.
Nice.
You guys looking at GJ?
Yep. You're on buys, Simon?
I like them. I haven't taken any yet, but I might wait for the 1 hour to close.
I'm waiting for the 50-minute to go above 43, 44.
Because we retest that area that it broke out on the daily. That's what that drop basically was, to retest that area. So
look at this. Gold's about to look like a nice snack.
I should take sells on gold right here, but let's see how many pips that is.
Big stop now.
Huh?
I said that'd be a kind of wide stop now.
Yeah, almost 20 pips. Maybe if it comes up to 69.50. How many pips? Still like
took a sell off that 6 a.m. close.
Broke the proof.
Yeah, that would have been 10 pips already. Done.
See, if someone was a betting man, they would bet the gold sells having a stop like 12 pips. It's a 12 pip stop. 12, 13 for like a nice 20 pip gain.
Keyword in your sentence: if someone was a betting man.
Yes. GJ should continue moving bullish here too. 15-minute, that big rejection on the 15-minute. Big rejection. Broke the high of the previous one as well, the 15-minute. I think it did like a little retest to continue moving higher now.
Yeah, it's around the level I showed you as well.
Sometimes, it takes longer for your trades to play out. That's when all kinds of emotions come into play. Oh, I don't know. Oh, what if this? Oh, what if that? Do you guys trade indices? No. No indices. So yeah, those arrows, whoever drew those arrows, that's exactly it.
It's me.
Nice.
Learn from the best.
Learn from yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to continue moving up.
Yeah.
Come up to this wick here and Move
Boom.
further up. Boom.
Are you gonna take based on this 50-minute close?
No, I already took a trade on GJ. The only problem for GJ would be the stop loss. Would you have it below the long wick? Well, if you would have had the stop below the long wick, you would have entered when this kind of started and had the stop down there. Because no matter where you enter, your stop is always going to be at the same place. That's something really important. Because now if you enter, your stop is going to be a little bigger, but you can be aggressive having the stop below the current 15-minute candle. But again, that's going to be very aggressive. You know, so no matter what you do, your stop always remains at the same place. We get pullbacks on Tuesday, right? No, it depends. Depends what happens. But so far, you know, price is moving bullish, so we're moving up. So I don't know, pullbacks on the daily are you talking about? Because on the daily, it's just respecting market structure.
Oh. Rakeel, can you hear me?
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
I can hear you, Simon.
I was thinking about having a buy stop at 1470.50.
Yep, that's where I had mine yesterday. Same place.
Oh, just in case, you know, if gold decides to do a run.
Maybe we'll see that 8 o'clock push.
Yeah, it's coming. Oh, no news. Clear skies and sunny days.
Yeah, don't forget where Trump is.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited. You never know.
Trump's on the prowl here. All right.
Yeah.
How can I fuck shit up today?
Yeah, you know. He's bound to say there's going to be some kind of meeting and some kind of. He's going to talk, isn't he? He's bound to.
Man, Trump has to say something about good NFP numbers or something around those lines. Because this is going to be really, really good numbers because of like the sales happening and the temporary jobs being created. I mean, NFP has to be really, really good this time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. They're expecting it to be 189 out of 128.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a massive NFP.
I think it will be.
It will be really
what
good
it says?
NFP. Yeah.
He already said something today about, and that's why EJ had that massive drop.
Hey, what was the previous year at this time of year? Let me see. Go back. No, on your thing. Hit more.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, but they expected a lot, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, yeah. We'll see.
Hey, Raja, how can I get on the Zoom call so I don't have to hear the music? Well, you have no
What
choice.
music? What music?
Even if you're on the Zoom call, you still hear the music.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean me, because I used to watch the YouTube, so I still hear it while I'm on the Zoom.
So it's ringing in your ears.
It is.
YouTube has music in the background?
Yeah, I'm playing music in the background.
Yeah.
I've got my
So why doesn't it come on Zoom?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it on Zoom. I'll listen to my own.
I can hear the YouTube music in the back of my head.
Y'all took sell yet on gold. There is no y'all. There is only you and me.
He must be from the south like I am.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Y'all took a sell
I
on
say
gold
y'all.
yet?
That's Texas, isn't it?
Y'all took a.
I'm in the southeast, so I say y'all. I grew up down here.
Not yet, man. Not yet. Because if you look at 30-minute, this is a big ass 30-minute candle, you know, and this does not mean next one is going to go down. You just got to wait. I'd probably wait for this candle to close bearish because one candle closing below support does not mean support has been broken. So I'm just waiting. And while we wait, we see it go up. At the previous 4-hour candle, maybe you heard wrong. To when Uncle Ted talks, he said we always get pullbacks on Tuesdays. Well, you have to look at the market structure as well. If you look on the daily on gold, if you look on the daily, the previous daily was a huge rejection off of the 1454 level. Massive, massive, massive rejection. You know, once that rejection happened, this does not mean a pullback or like a reversal is like when price is going up and starts to go down. You know, this is just simply continuation of the support at 1453 because now when you look on the daily, it just makes sense for price to come back up to 1472. You know, so it just depends on pair to pair. What are you looking at? If you look on GJ, you can say, okay, the previous one was bearish. Now this is going bullish. So does this mean this is going against the trend of the previous daily candle? Or does it mean it's following the overall trend since the breakout of the consolidation like 4 days ago? You know, so you have to keep those things in mind. I think this is a continuation going up because it broke out of that big ass range over there.
Yeah, man, I think GJ's going to go.
Yeah, it's going to go bullish.
Yeah, total sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
This 15 minutes about to close bullish, closing above, you know, all these here to the left. So this could be a nice entry here with a 10 pip stop and like a 20 pip gain.
Yeah, I took entries at 400.
Nice.
Just it, like you said, it's an aggressive option, but I made some pips earlier on, so just playing.
Oh yeah.
I took 390.
Yeah, man, good shot. I was in at 142. I took a trade late in Asian just as so I could get in there before the London Open. And I got up to I left it with 20 pip trading the stop loss, went to bed, and it got stopped at 36. I was like, man.
Black bull markets. Oh, got a chart. Someone sent a chart. Buy stop should break above resistance. Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice option.
That's a nice option. Very nice.
That's being patient.
Yeah, that's patient. Beautiful option. Ooh, look at gold. Oh, god damn.
God damn.
Whoa, look at
that.
GG right now, man.
GJ looks like his GJ went bearish as well.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Something happened then.
Candle didn't close yet. Look.
But, yeah, it's the next candle. That's a
Some
jump.
Trump just tweet something, did he?
Well, he's tweeted loads in the last 15 minutes. I've not read them all.
I'm not surprised. My 1 hour on gold didn't have a top wick. It's now just created one.
Well, I don't know. I'm still.
Think it's just a scare wick.
Yeah, I'm still happy with buys on TJ, but I'll have to wait and see.
Look at that. Ooh.
I don't like the way it closed.
I don't like anything right now.
No.
I think my buy stop might get activated here on gold if gold pushes up a little bit more.
It's getting close to that hour.
Yeah.
Could well do.
Where's your buy stop, Rakeel?
1470.70.
Oh, that is close.
That was real tight.
Yeah, I'd be careful with that.
Raja, do you think gold is going to go bullish? Yes. No, I don't know about the European tariffs, but looking at gold from a technical perspective, I think it will go bullish. Wow, that 15-minute candle did a full reversal. That's why it's important to wait for candles to close.
Yeah, I was just
and it didn't close with a bottom wick. No bottom wick.
Ooh, EJ is going to continue here. God damn. This 15-minute.
Strong level though, isn't it, Rakeel?
Yeah, exactly.
The higher time frame, that's a strong level.
Very, very strong level. This is what happens normally, when price is coming down to a support, people start buying. And the trend traders stay in sells. They're like, all right, this is going to drop. It drops, and they stay in sells. It breaks support. Once it breaks support, they go in more profits. The people who are buying at support, they say, oh, it's a stop hunt. The market sees our stop loss. It's a stop hunt. Fuck. Man.
Looking at the hour on GJ, it's actually wicking off the Friday close. That's what it's kind of.
Yeah, it's a strong support.
It's like the top wicks, it's like the Friday close.
If you can get an entry below that 1 hour candle with a big wick, like 41.20, I think.
Yeah, or even what you can do is like once this 1 hour candle breaks the low of the previous one, there's a high chance it's going to fill the wick down to 141. What is it? 180, 185.
Yeah, that as well.
You class that one before as a booby trap then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
There's the thing, like if gold's going to go up and we're seeing safe haven flows, then yen is going to strengthen as well. So that's holding GJ back.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened yesterday.
Because EU's been pushing up all day, and GJ was, but obviously with that Trump stuff, the yen's strengthened as well. So not pulling against each other.
That would be annoying.
ADP jobs release in 25 minutes. I don't think so. That's on a Wednesday, not on Tuesday.
I haven't looked today, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what Mr. Nassim is talking about here. Why do you zero in on gold and GJ? Because those are the pairs I trade, so I focus on that. So has your bias on GJ turned bearish? My bias is nothing on GJ because it's at the support. It's still bullish. But there are no bullish confirmations for me to take it.
Mm-hmm. Patience.
Patience. See, this is where you just gotta sit back and just watch. Just like...
This is where we just talk bollocks.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good way to say it.
Talk, sure. I was a bit late on. Anyone mentioned talks today?
Gold's flying.
Yeah, gold activated my buy stop.
Gold was so easy. It's so funny when it does the same shit over and over again. Last hour was a booby trap candle, and then this hour pulls back and it shoots right up.
Talk to.
Yeah.
Morning, Ted.
Agreed.
As soon as it hit that bottom, I was like, okay, this 15-minute candle that's coming up at 7:30 is going to rock it. Yep, sure enough. I suspect we should get to 1475 today.
Yes.
Can't remember exactly, but wasn't that similar to yesterday?
Yeah. Well, all of Trump. Well, actually, I would almost say almost 1478.
Oh, yeah, I was at 77 in my head.
Yeah, 1477. Yeah.
Yeah, I called that earlier.
Oh, great, Simon. That's so much fun. Fuck, everyone makes money on this stream. No, nobody knows what they're. No, we can't teach anything anymore. Everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah, so God damn it. Yeah.
Well, it was the same thing that happened yesterday with gold, right? It rips all the way down pre-New York, like the pre-USA session, and it fakes everybody out. So everybody gets like all in a spaz, because what they do is they try and take buys at like 7 a.m. and it rips all the way down and it pulls you out, and at 7:30 it rips up like 30 pips in 5 minutes, and you're like, what's happening?
That's what I was. I almost fell into that this morning. I mean, I was looking for sells, but I got out at break even.
Yeah, no, it was like, once again, the key candle was this candle right here. That was your key. Providing this the way that it held and it didn't really break below that's your key. And if you look at your higher time frames, everything is bullish right now. The last half hour was just, or the last hour was just indecision, just for a breather. Yeah. So, but I mean, once again, this will probably fly up at just till 8:15. You'll probably get this move up to here till 8:15, and then ADP will probably mangle it a bit, and then it'll continue.
ADP is tomorrow, man. Why you guys think it's today?
Yeah.
Man, you're the third person. And I'm like,
it's Wednesday. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you got clear traffic.
The whole day. This is nothing today.
Well, because I was anticipating, because it's pushing up like that, if we did have news events, it'd probably pull it back for a bit and then continue. Because this move right now that's starting, hold on for dear life, because you have to remember, Trump said all that shit overnight, so the North American session hasn't absorbed the information yet. So they're like, think about it this way: it's Black Friday sale right now on gold, because nobody's been able to buy gold yet in the North American session, and now you're going to see what's going to happen in the next hour. We're going to get that huge rip up.
Yeah, I wanted to slam it down first though.
I think it'll slam down probably in the next half hour, like around 8:30 or so. I don't think anywhere now. Because we got too much momentum. There's a zone, we're tapping a zone right now at we'll probably tap out at 1472.63 on the hourly. So we're coming right to a resistance right now. So I think that's where you'll get your pullback, Simon. And then we'll continue up, which aligns ourselves with the North American stock market open.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Jason Woods, are you taking a buy on gold? Jason, I don't know if you can't hear or you can't see, but man, fuck, man.
Talk to that level. I don't know.
Oh. Egypt went straight down.
Yeah, man.
People are so
That
goddamn.
was an easy sell.
Why are people so goddamn stupid?
Oh, it might be really.
It's been like I just jump on because I was on calls this morning as I preparing for my trip and I had to clean up stuff and it's like I just spent 10 minutes explaining what's going to happen and someone says, "Are we going to take buys?" It's like,
I even talked about my buy stops, where my buy stops are going to be, why I'm going to have my buy stop, and it got activated. And then someone asked, "Oh, are you buying gold?" Like, come on, man.
We even discussed the exact figure.
My man, when you see this, order. This is an order.
Game on.
yeah. So if you, Raja, if you go to the hourly candle, I'll explain it for the viewers at home. So this here is now a new liquidity area. So at any given point, once again, you're going to find that we can tap back in here. So be very cautious. The key is providing we don't have more than one candle that breaks this level here, we will continue to move up in this direction. So keep in mind the next hour candle could rip all the way down right to here, but that does not mean a change in direction. You need 2 candles or 3 candles for that hour, for that change in direction. So keep in mind, so if you are looking to trade gold and you don't know how to trade gold, first of all, you shouldn't be doing that. Second of all, if you're looking to take entries, you have to be aware of this area here as a huge grab of liquidity, and at any given time we can return to that. So you may find this hour candle pops up to here, the next hour candle comes up to right about here, and then we rip right back down into this for the next 45 minutes in the North American session open, and then we fly up in the last 5 minutes of that candle. So we can spend the next hour just in here, and we don't have to rip up to here. So this is where probability and managing your trade comes into play. Is sometimes people will say, hey, I'm happy with this profit, or I'm happy with this profit here, knowing that we can pull all the way back, because once again, what are we creating here? Consolidation. So this can be the top of the consolidation box, and we can come right back into it, back up, back down, and then finally fly back up. So you have to understand that concept, and you have to be very, very aware of the fact that this candle here could easily just rip right back down in the next 5 minutes once the North American session opens. So it's very important. Academic editors.
Thanks anyway. I mean,
wrong belief you have.
Well, you have a name, academic editor, which means you read things and then you ask what time the stream start, man. Time is written right there.
Yeah. And it also says live when you're looking at the session. It says started streaming 73 minutes ago. So all you have to do is figure out and do the math on your fingers. What was 73 minutes ago?
That was coffee time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want us to have sympathy for you, change your usernames to like I'm stupid, failed school, stuff like that, because then I have more sympathy for you because I know that you're trying. So don't turn around and put like FX guru or academic genius or bookworm and then turn around and say you know, like what time is this or how does this work. So you should basically turn around and just say just like that's the easiest thing, like upgrade your username when you become more comfortable on the stream. So like start out, like it was better when we had like the rating system, when it was like a number 1 or a number 2, because then I could feel sorry for people that were under 10, like when we were on the Twitch streams.
Oh, and Mixer, we had that.
Mixer, yeah. It was very good.
You had a limit then where you knew you could, you know.
Yeah, because on Mixer, if you were under 10, if your rank was under 10, we would just feel sorry for you and we would help you. And then when it was above like 20, we'd just be like roasting you. But here I can't really tell people what they are, but I just...
You have to notice the same names now, that's the thing. You have to remember the name. You've been here weeks.
Yeah, well, academic editors, unfortunately, life is tough, and you're not going to meet always fun people. So you can stay here and learn, or you can just go on your merry way. We don't take prisoners here. We're fair to everybody.
GBP's flying.
Yeah, come back in the game.
GJ knew 1 hour should push.
Yeah. Come down a little bit, I think.
Because I think gold's going to drop a little bit.
Yeah,
and
4-5.
Yeah, gold. Oh wow, stop me out.
Wee! This is gold's awesome. 1 minute. Drop like 30 pips in 1 minute. All right. Well, I guess buy stops above 1470 it is.
Well, I had those buy stops, and then
Yeah.
There's a huge zone there. That's a problem. I thought it would break through that zone.
yeah, I thought so
I
too.
get, but you know what? The North American session needs to grab this, so that we can go further up. So I suspect we'll move further up. I don't believe that this is a drop that's going to hold. Yeah. I think I'm going to look for an entry. Where can I look for an entry?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yep.
Exactly.
Buy stop above 1470.15. Sounds good. Gonna be a ride, but I'll ride the gold train.
Gold train. Activated my buy stop, went in profits, and then boom.
Yep. It's gonna
It's
be
like you're twisting my arm.
What are you targeting, Ted?
I'm targeting 1473.
Oh, I went heavy. I went 76.
Yeah, for 1473 initially with the buy stop, and then I want to see how the structure of the higher time frames look, because technically speaking, the daily candle should exhaust around 1475, and I think it'll look. I think we're gonna get that move closer to London close.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now this breakout will probably happen in the next 20 minutes, but then it'll pull back a bit. It'll bounce over to here, and then North American session or the NYSE will hit it. So this is sort of, if we turn around and we map out, so 8 a.m. expect a bit of a push up. 8:45 a.m. push, pull back. 9:10 to 9:20 a.m. prep for NYSE Open. 9:30 a.m. NYSE Open. So 11 a.m. actual. That's sort of what my day looks like.
Wow.
Take notes, guys. It can be easier than that.
That's sort of what I feel that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on GJ too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Douchey. I want to know if you have started trading this year with the same balance you started 5 years ago to be able to make the money you would have made until today. Well, no, because it took me 5 years to make the money that I made, and I would have only been trading for 1 year, so I wouldn't have made that money. That doesn't make any sense. It's actually easier to trade right now because there is more volatility. The trades have been, it's been clockwork. We haven't had to work for a lot of trades. I mean, gold, GJ, like there's been so much instability in the world. It keeps bouncing up and down. It's really fun. It's been the best 2 years to trade, or the best, like this year's been the best year to trade with Trump and with Boris Johnson, and whoever has some sort of authority in the world has made the world so much more fun to trade.
If you're a scalper, if you're a swing trader.
Oh yeah, if you're a swing trader,
Yeah.
good luck. You're
Getting melted. Yeah.
you're dying. But I think you know, when you look at the ability to take trades and to scalp and doing all this stuff here, it's so much more fun. Look, GBP USD. How about Mohammed? You post the chart and then we'll look. The first year that I started trading Forex was very slow compared to this year. This year is a lot easier. This year, if you followed your plan and remained disciplined and didn't get caught in chasing money, you would make a lot of money this year. There was a lot of money on the table this year, and the dips that we got were so bad that it allowed us to make even more money. Like you look at GJ. GJ dropped like what, like how many, like almost $10. It dropped to like 125, and now it's back up to 141. Like you can't make that shit up. It's great. I mean, all you had to do is look at the overall structure, and it would have been amazing.
Some of them moves were huge.
Yeah. You just have to look at the charts and look at all the stuff that came through. It was amazing.
Oh, I'm out of GJ, man. Yeah. I had such a good entry, man. I stayed up because I like to get the ones in Asian and then leave it overnight. And I got it 142. And I
oh, nice.
And then I left it with a 20 pip stop trailing stop loss, went to bed, and it stopped me out at 36. I was like, oh. It's a good trade, though.
Damn.
Ah, he just flying.
Yeah, it's pulling back. Yay, gold has created that bottom wick. I love it.
AJ was the trade here. Clean, simple, created a low.
Mm-hmm. That was a textbook trade.
Yeah. Got caught out in gold and lost my morning profits. Stupid.
That's okay. You're gonna make it back. Those gonna start flying around the time that that's at.
I know, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no thing but you're going straight. Holding gold. I would like us to get up to 1477. I think we could do it.
Goals.
That'd be awesome.
They're doing something like this.
GJ, my God. What a replay.
GJ's so annoying.
So annoying, man.
Yeah. You guys are crazy. GJ gonna run a train.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just getting in at the right spot.
Yep.
It's too sensitive. Trump is in UK, you know. I'm gonna stick to my plan. I'm gonna start looking for buys on gold as long as we don't break that previous support.
Yep, agreed.
I'm not touching GJ for today.
Now, this is the thing. I'll do the same a lot of the time. I start looking at one and the other, and then I miss one, and I'm like,
Yeah, I know. I mean, gold is, if you have a chance to make some good trades today, it's gold buys.
I think so.
Don't look for sales or buys on GJ because GJ may start just ranging.
Yeah,
think
GJ's had a decent move.
My mistake in gold is I should have just taken my 10 pips and gotten out. I was shooting for more. I probably would have gotten it.
You're okay though. It's the problem is it's exactly your point. Is you'll get the 10 pips very easy, and then you want more, and then it'll pull back 30 pips because of the way gold moves. That's the only problem. So really, like I said, as long as your stop loss is below this area here, you're good. You just have to hold because it's gonna bounce around. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Your stop loss has to be below this area here, like over here, and you have to be expecting these candles to bounce around before it takes off. Gold is going to do that. I mean, just look at this as an example. This massive drop here. I mean, that took everybody out, and then it just pulls up, and then now you're seeing the exact same thing happen again. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whipsaw took me out from this morning because I have a pending order about 1466.50. The order got activated, but they came back down. They took me out.
All right.
Yeah, get out of GJ, man.
My order just got activated. Here I go.
Too early, I think. That's too early.
No, I think I'm okay. My stop is gonna have to be below 1467.85. So this is gonna be a long hold.
Oh, finally some signs of life.
Yeah, we should fill. The first stop is filling this area here, and then getting to this area here. Those are the easy parts.
1473 is a good target.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just for all the people that copy trades on this live stream that don't know how to trade themselves and embarrass themselves. This is going to be your first target, this area here, and then your second target's going to be over here. And guess what? Everybody, your stop loss has to be below here. So have fun. I love it because everyone that's trying to trade gold, they haven't traded it for more than 6 months, and their heart's gonna be. You're gonna give out heart attacks. I think we should be sponsored by the American Heart Association on this stream when people trade gold.
Yep.
It's going down. It's going down. Oh, what do I do?
Yeah. And for any complaint, call 1-800-TIMMY.
Yep. I just laugh. It's gonna, man. If it doesn't go straight up right away, it's gonna destroy people's lives right now. People are gonna age on the stream.
I can hear Raj's hitting that.
Oh yeah, he's
entering 10
Somebody's
laps.
loading up.
Stacking.
No, my blood pressure is going high because there's someone in the stream saying anyone looking to buy GJ off of the support when the fucking candle is bearish, man.
Massive, yeah.
Why?
I won't be touching it.
Who is this? Titanium Fitness. Oh, you're on Instagram. Man, why would you buy when candles are bearish?
I can see what you're saying about support because it's held, but not bearish.
Man. Yeah, but who cares? The candles are bearish.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's just like we talked about your JPY when the candles were bearish. I said it's going to come to support, it's going to break support, and guys who are going to take buys blindly will cry, oh, it's a stop point, it's a stop point. Yeah, go ahead, buy at support then. I don't give a shit.
I think it's so much fun. I love trading live with people. I like watching the emotions.
Emotional when you're going to be in profit in gold shortly, and then it's going to be like, uh-oh.
Who thinks gold's going to touch 1455? Yeah, Trump just turned around and told everybody that he's going after every single country and basically lashing tariffs on everybody, and that's going to strengthen the U.S. dollar. He also turned around and said that the U.S. dollar is too strong to begin with, and he doesn't want that. So you tell me that gold's dropping after the president of that country turned around and said that their dollar is overvalued.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep going with that one. It's so fucking stupid. Oh man, I have a good laugh. I always have such a good laugh on these streams. Oh man, we were so goddamn stupid. Why do 90% of traders lose? Because the president of the United States turns around and says, I'm devaluing my dollar. And people are like, hey, we should be selling gold now.
Don't forget how the correlation works for GJ.
It's so funny. Gold's going to drop, guys. Keep going.
He basically said last night that we need to cut the rates.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that, Rakeel.
Yeah.
I can't believe he went and said that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, next week they might cut the rates. Who knows?
Yeah.
He basically turned around, he finished Thanksgiving dinner on Monday night, and he's like, okay, time to get back to work. Because he was in Afghanistan during Thanksgiving, so I don't think he had Thanksgiving dinner, so that's why he's been pretty quiet. And now he turned around, he's like, okay, great, time to go.
Let's start making up stuff.
Yeah. So if you're in this gold trade, you should be completing your trade right now. Look to close in the next few minutes. Or if you want to hold it, you feel free, you can. But now you should be closed because we're approaching our first target.
Yeah, thank you.
Just bit break even.
So if you like the trade, like the stream.
If you like the stream.
Yeah. At this point, this was your first target.
Yeah.
So close. And I will close right now. Done. There you go. Closed.
Then I'm gonna add another position.
And there it keeps going. Next target is coming over here.
There we go. Come on.
Stop losses should be over here now.
Do we take sales now? Or?
Yeah, take sells now.
Full margin sales.
Don't say that.
I didn't risk anything. I wasn't in any drawdown. I had no drawdown on my trade. I had to buy stuff. I had no drawdown actually. Yeah, oh sorry, my drawdown was 1 pip. 1 pip drawdown, and I had a 11 pip gain.
Basically the spread.
Yeah, basically the spread was what I was in my drawdown for. So there you go.
That was an awesome trade.
Thank you. All right, I can leave.
Easy breezy.
Costanza, I'm out.
Drop the mic.
On a bit more.
Yeah.
Give me last
73.
Baby, 72.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna hit that gray box. Take profit number 2 right over here.
This could be a big rejection now.
Come on,
Yeah,
baby.
and we're gonna have some fun over in this area here. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go through the door into the party zone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, here we go into the party.
Party zone. Oh, ecstasy hit.
If you
Go, there we go.
There we go. We're in the party zone right there. Perfect.
Party zone.
Isn't there a fib not right there? I don't know about
Walked in
that.
the room.
I don't know
Fib.
about
What the hell's a fib?
Not much.
Gold walked into the party.
Yeah, definitely not much out.
Fib. What the hell's that crap?
That must be that grey box.
Bib?
Fib?
Bib?
so many
Fibonacci's.
Yeah, that was a good trade. This one pull down kind of stopped me out, but then we made it.
Got back in.
Yeah, but Rakeel, you had your stop correctly placed.
Yes.
You did.
But you wanted to close earlier.
Yes.
So now if you're still in the trade, break even should be right over. You should move your stop loss to right here and let it continue.
Yeah.
And you might find over here you're going to get a massive rejection right around 8:30. So in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, senoritas, here it comes. Get ready. Fasten your seatbelts.
Start selling.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Everyone starts selling gold now.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. It's so funny. People are so goddamn stupid.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sell gold over here. Okay, sure, go for it.
There it goes. There it goes.
Yep, I'm out of everything.
Here we go.
Yeah, if you look on the daily, this is a big zone.
Yep.
Nice work.
Yay.
This is what we talked about too this morning. Okay, it's up, well, it might as well going up over here. But had to play the dance first.
That's the thing, we've got to talk all that time, and then you get 10 minutes. Well, 5 minutes.
Whoa, look at that rejection, man.
Everyone's like, oh, what's that doing now?
TP2.
Right.
Yep. I told people, you don't believe us. Now you're in drawdown, and you lost all that profit that was up here. Suckers. Suckers.
You're having a good time, Ted, eh?
Yeah, right back to break even. There you go. Have fun.
Okay.
God,
See you at McDonald's.
But the funny thing is, there's a lot of people who are going to start selling now.
I know they are. They're going to lose all their profits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, next 5 minute candle, and the 5 minute candle is going to do this and this. So get ready.
Raja, your setups don't work on long term. You were minus 32% lost in January 2019, minus 19 in February, and you stopped posting because you were lost entire 2019. Yes, Jason Woods, I think you're mad because you took sells, but also the fact that since August 2018, we've been doing live streams here. Man, who the fuck is that who doesn't have his mic muted? Gorilla
Never
Sprint.
like mine that. Jason, you tell us how well you're doing.
Yeah, who's eating, man?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, we've been going live streams for the past since okay, let's say since August. You know, I've been posting all the trades on Instagram, all of those fucking trades. Yesterday, I posted a withdrawal, and what happened? Someone messaged me saying, "Hey, can I borrow some money?"
Oh god.
Oh man. I'm just like, what more can I do? Can I want me to go to the ATM, take out money? Look, Jason.
Yep. Can't help everyone.
Yeah, so those kind of people are really fucking stupid.
Everybody, it's so funny. It's you literally, we all jumped on the Magic School Bus, right? So here's your Magic School Bus.
Here we go.
Oh my God, there's a.
We all jumped on the Magic School Bus, right? This is the Magic School Bus. We all jumped on it. You know, then you got Raja over here, and you know Ted sitting in the back, keeping laughing people from behind. And you know the bus is driving down the charts, and we're like, "Hey,
So who's
take a
pushing
trade."
the bus?
Oh, this is YouTube. YouTube users are pushing the bus, and we literally call a trade where everybody makes money, and we tell you exactly where to enter and exit, and then people are like, "But I don't understand."
Yeah, and that little grey box was a speed bump.
Yeah.
Could anybody explain what those green and red things are?
Crushed hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Hopes and dreams.
They're money makers, aren't they?
Oh man.
All right, yeah. Cool.
So gold was basically listening to the stream, whipsawed everybody out on the 5 minute candle and kept going.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I mean, almost every time they do this, they do the same thing. They push, they pull back. Next 5 minute candle, start filling the previous week, and start pushing and pushing and pushing.
And it's the same time again. It kind of gets boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. Sometimes.
Yeah, my first buy stop got activated here, and then it got stopped out, and then I re-entered. It's when I said that, oh, when should we enter? I said, well, you can enter right now.
Do you think I was just a bit early? Because it's the same trade.
Yeah. It's just the problem is when you look at the previous hour at 7 a.m. always sets everything up. And then what happens is if you get in at like say 7:45, you literally have to exit like right over here because you know that 8 o'clock is going to do crap to start again, right? That's the hardest part about trading gold between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Is there's instances where the 8 o'clock candle will just continue rocketing and there's no entry, and then there's times like this where you get a perfect entry because essentially it came down to support, bounced off support, and came up. First target was this wick fill. Second target was basically daily resistance.
I mean, but it can get easier, man. If you drop the chart to the 5 minutes, you can see the retest to the previous resistance on 5 minutes. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, when you're an advanced trader, Kerwin, when we do that with other people, they're going to be confused.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
If you start telling people enter on the 5 minute, oh boy,
Mhm.
is this a
Yeah, no,
retest?
I know.
Is what's going on here? What happened here? It's like no thanks.
No, it gets a bit. Yeah, we said before it can be a bit complex. But once you get the hang of it, I think it's pretty simple. God damn.
Yeah, that was a good trade there.
That's a lovely trade.
Oh wow, there we go.
Going.
Yeah.
Still going.
Oh, 1473 coming up.
There you go.
Oh, God damn.
Who's still on the Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
Now I'll
Yeah,
jump on
man.
the Magic School Bus. God damn.
Yeah, damn.
Well,
What a beautiful cold cat.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going. And the funny thing is, it's gonna keep going because we haven't even hit the New York Stock Exchange open yet.
No.
Mhm.
That's what's annoying me. Then. That's exactly
Stocks are dropping again.
Yeah.
So
Well, because now they're all waking up and realizing Trump's a fucking idiot.
Oh, 1473 coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
This better not be a
Oh.
$20 move today again.
Oh, this was.
Break that 1473 and then it's off.
Well, yeah, because I have resistance at 1475.50. We're coming into a lot of traffic on the higher time frames, but we got
Mhm.
also a lot of momentum. So
Yeah.
I think that momentum and then the open as well is going to be key.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we get to 1478 today.
Yeah.
If we pass 1473.23, we're heading to 1475 easily.
this shit ain't gonna stop. No chance.
I mean, that's the thing. Gold doesn't care.
I can't believe I shut that on purpose. I didn't even leave a runner. I was like, oh, I'm happy with that.
Like Trump's statement today,
Okay.
big deal, saying he's going to potentially delay the trade deal till after the election. Like, that's a big deal.
I was reading that.
That's fair enough for me. 1473.
That's a cracking trade. Nice work.
Yeah.
Go 1475 at least.
Yeah. Okay.
this is going to be a little bit of a consolidation area, so I wouldn't be surprised by 8:30 if the 8:30 candle pulls all the way back, maybe touches this area here again, and then continues. So
Yeah.
That's your step sequence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, next 30-minute candle make something like this.
that's right. Yeah, it might pull back and then this hour candle ends up looking like this, right? And then the next hour candle will dip down, and then it'll drive further up, and it'll fill the hourly wick like this area here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Yeah, so just really, see, the thing is, with gold, because everybody knows what gold is doing, you're not going to have an easy run up. That's the problem, and you can see that here as an example with the way that in this candle, in the smaller time frames, you'll see it's whipsawed back and forth. This is your struggle and your challenge now as a trader is if you're holding gold, you literally should just be watching the 4-hour candles and you should be watching to see where there's a 4-hour resistance. You shouldn't be watching the hour candles because of the fact that the hour candle can pull all the way down and then still continue back up. So when you're in a trade with gold in this instance, if you start watching the 15-minute, the 30-minute or the 15-minute candles, it's going to hurt you because these candles are going to have violent pullbacks because essentially all orders are being put into the market to drive this price up. So you just have to be very conscientious of that. And as you're trading gold, just be aware of the major resistance levels. And as they come up, so like as an example, 1475 or even this area here, don't be afraid to take profit and then just call it a day. That's the biggest thing. You don't need to catch the whales. This here as an example, if we get to 1477 and you didn't take that trade, we have from 1477 all the way back up to like 1483 afterwards. That's the next stop. So keep that in mind that you don't necessarily have to try and catch everything every single day. Just look long term and look at where there are big breaks in the charts. And what I mean by big breaks is that there's clear paths, and what you can do is you can plan to get that the next time. And that's the biggest key for trading is if you miss this gold buy here, that's okay, because now what you do is you look further ahead at the higher time frames and the other price levels, and you target out those areas and you say, okay, based on the future, I can say that we could probably go from 1477 to like 1480 as an example, right? So there's 30 pips right there, which is essentially this move right here. So there's always going to be opportunity. You're only going to stop looking for opportunities when we get to like 40 as an example, because that's like a major resistance on like the monthly and the daily and everything. So when we're riding all the way up to 1540, there's always going to be opportunities as we continue through the charts. So don't worry if you miss today's trade here or you miss the next one here. Only worry when we get to 1540 and you haven't taken a trade if you trade gold. That's the only thing you have to worry about. So just be very aware of that and map out your trades accordingly. And also at the same time too, we're coming in towards the end of the hour close. So you know what, you might get a push up to 1475 over here and then a pullback. And if this candle here creates a wick and it sort of looks like this, then you know the next half hour will probably continue to push. So you can look to anticipate and maybe take a order in that wick and then watch it continue to rise. So just be aware of the opportunity and also be aware of how you're mapping out your trades. Technically speaking, this trade here, you should have been here at like 7 a.m. mapping that out. Like you should have been here at 7 a.m. and you should have already mapped out this zone here, and you should have been able to attack that zone, and your stop loss would have been over here and your take profit would be up over here somewhere. Where does this show losses? I mean, Raja took a loss over here. There's a loss.
And then he stacked the shit out of trade 3 and
except the wins outweigh the losses. I don't know. People take losses all the time. It's okay.
Yeah, the problem is no one shows the losses. That's the problem.
This gold to sell now. FX focus.
I've just come back. Did you say we're selling?
MX Focus is getting everybody to sell now.
Go, let's go.
No, he's just trolling. He's trolling.
Yeah, no, I know. Yes, he's a regular, so he knows what's up. Let's see. One question, guys. What percentage of your trading account risked at the beginning? I don't understand that question.
I think what he meant was like when you guys first started trading, at what point or what was your risk management? So I think the question or the answer would be like maybe 1 to 2%.
Yeah, when I started 2%.
Yeah, like very low percentage.
Oh, gold.
God damn it.
Well,
Oh man, you always have to leave a runner.
oh, you guys should have stayed in the trade. Huh.
No FOMO here at all. I was looking at the 4 hour actually, above 75 where you said, Ted, there's
Yes.
like really nothing to 80.
That's right. There's a clear path there. That's why I was afraid if we break 1478 that we're off to the races all the way to 1482.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting if they broke that 1473.23, we're heading to 1475. Yeah, was an easy target too. But
it's a nice highlight.
Was a great day today.
Yeah. I think it's ironic. I'm reading the YouTube chat. Everyone's worried about wins and losses. All these wins and losses are recorded for the last year and a half on this stream. Like, I'm confused. I mean, we just call live trades all the time. I think people that are new that show up haven't watched any of the other ones and they think this is some magic.
Yeah, it's demo.
This is magic. Magic.
Can you see my trade? No, I think you're trying to send a link and we can't see links. Where's this public information regarding your losses? Oh, I just made it private, so it's not available now. There you go. I mean, this is a free stream. Don't need to come in and complain about things, man.
I know. That's what I don't understand. This is free information. You're allowed to ask anything related to trading, and people still have to find things wrong.
Yeah. I mean, they come to a good thing here, and then they start looking for the bad.
Yeah.
Bad mindset.
It's so funny though, because you look at what's going on here. Nobody's telling you to buy anything. Nobody's telling you to do anything. You are essentially in charge of how you want to learn, so you can ask any type of questions you want, and yet people are still angry. I'm confused. It's like that Simpsons episode. So you guys want to see Itchy and Scratchy fight? Yeah. You want to see them behave? Yeah. So let me get this straight. You want to see Itchy fight, behave, and it's like yeah. It's like you can't win. It's just I don't know. I think it's funny. I think the fact that we can sit here and call live trades and talk about where the market's going to go, how to enter the market, and how to exit the market, where to exit, where to take profit, why you should be taking profit, what's the rationale behind everything. You just have a real. It's just too funny. I mean, geez.
I think the problem is that it baffles people. It baffles them. Like, how can these guys do this every day? It just shocks them. Like, is this even possible?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it just really confuses everybody. Like, now we're going to hit 1475, which is our higher target, and it's people are surprised, and it's like, you shouldn't be surprised. I mean, you have so much information at your hands. When we break down the market. So let's break down gold, and I'll do a very, very high level broken down gold, very high level for everybody. Okay, so we know we have 3 sessions. So Asian session, we have the European session, right, and then we have the North American session. So these are our 3 FX sessions, right? So this is usually like the first third of a daily candle. This is like the second third. Oh, that's not going to look really nice. So let me do a second third of a daily candle. And then this is sort of the final portion. Okay, so we look at that and then we say to ourselves, okay, how do we evaluate what's going to happen in today's session, right? So we look at this. Okay, so what are some key things that happened overnight? Key items that happened overnight to affect gold. Okay, one, we know gold has been in a bullish trend over the last 2-3 days. So we look and leverage that information for further buys. Right? 2, Trump made big economic comments related to trade. Trade no good equal instability in economies equals weakness in USD. Okay, so here we go. So we've got a couple of items here that I've highlighted, and now you can read it instead of me talking about it, because some people don't listen to me. So you have this information. So here are their thoughts, right? So you start with your thoughts. You say, okay, what's the overall trend right now with gold? Overall trend right now with gold, sort of for the last week, has been bullish, right? We bounced off of 1457. So if we look weekly support, say 1457, we've had 4 weeks of that area being messed with, right? So these are some information. So we know that, and then we say, okay, the last daily candles have been bullish. What do we see on the weekly, right? We also know now that the monthly candle, ended up finishing at that support level, and now a new monthly candle started as well. So when you look at this, now you have this information. So knowing that we have a weekly candle that's, bouncing off that support. So this is key information here. We know now Monday was bullish. But with a massive wick to the downside, and that equals weekly wick to grab liquidity, right? So that you can look at that. So then Tuesday continues to push. Then so now you say Tuesday will continue to push, right? We don't know that 100%. So we don't know that 100%, but we know that Monday we had a whole bunch of orders taken at a lower level and pushed further up. So now understanding that correlation, now we say, okay, how is Tuesday going to continue to push? Trump makes a comment about the fact that he wants to put tariffs on the entire world. So we know from Economics 101 that any time that trade is impacted, that's going to affect economies, which is going to create instability. Because once again, when you have tariffs and it costs you more money to trade, it's going to cost you more money to sell your goods. It's going to cost people more money to buy the goods. So more goods will not be bought. There'll be less goods bought. So supply and demand, right? So if you go to the store and you have 5 apples, right? So this is supply and demand lesson. You have 5 apples, and there's only 5 apples left in the world, and everybody wants apples. That's going to drive the price of those apples up. But if there's thousands of apples and you're at an apple orchard, they're going to be cheaper, and that's going to drive price down. So now what Trump is doing, Trump is making it very difficult to trade with people and have their goods and services, or the goods and services, I guess, moved throughout the economies, especially in the US. Now, when you look at gold and we look at the symbol for gold, gold is XAU USD, right? So here you have the US dollar versus gold. So you know that if gold drops, then, or sorry, US dollar drops, gold is going to go up. So how does that happen? Now we know the fundamental factors related to this, because it's costing people too much to use gold, or sorry, to use the US dollar. So that's driving the price of gold up, because now people are saying it's hurting the US economy that we are inputting tariffs. So that means not only is it hard for the goods to come into the United States, it's also hard for the goods to leave. Because if you impose tariffs on another country, that country is just not going to take your goods without imposing tariffs. They're going to do the exact same thing. So you create an imbalance of trade, which then creates instability, which makes gold go up. And you have the leader of supposedly the free world saying all this crap right here. He basically said all this. That's no good. So now what do you have to do when you're trading? Well, the market is going to absorb. First, it absorbs in the Asian session, and then it pulls back. Then it absorbs in the London session, and it pulls back. And now we have the North American session receiving that information, because Trump said all this stuff overnight while the North American session was sleeping. So there was no opportunity for the people in the North American markets to absorb that information. The Asian session absorbed it. The European or UK market absorbed it because they were awake, or they became awake after Trump had said what he said. So now the North American session is absorbing it. So now you understand, okay, where is the North American session going to absorb that stuff? They're going to absorb it at 8 a.m., which is the currency open, right? And also 9:30 a.m., which is NYSE equity open. So now that we know that those are the two areas that they're going to absorb it, how does the market play out? Well, probably from 6 until 8 a.m., market is going to pull back in anticipation of the reaction of the NA market opening at 8 a.m. to Trump's stupidity, right? So we know that at between 6 and 8, this is going to give you information, right? Now, how does the equities market absorb that information? Well, what's going to happen again is just before 9:30, we're going to have a bit of a pullback, but more importantly, as the market opens and equities are sold off. So once again, our correlation is equities sell off, send money to gold. So if we have bad trade equals no money in companies, equals devaluation of companies, equals no selling of goods and services, equals shareholders no wealth, equals move to where there is wealth. So that's what ends up happening afterwards. So now what ends up happening is, as this Donald Trump crap starts in the equity markets, people are going to look and say, well, all the potato companies that have tariffs, or all the apple companies that have tariffs, they're not going to be able to sell as many apples as they once could. So no selling of apples means that the company is going to lose money. The shareholders aren't going to make money on their shares, and they don't like that. So where are they going to move? They're going to move to gold, which will drive the price of gold up, because everybody wants gold now because of the fact that there's instability in the market. And that is exactly how gold works, and why gold is doing what it's doing, and the reason why gold won't be a sell today. Even though there'll be minor pullbacks throughout, this session here and this session here, it's not going to be a sell unless Trump turns around and says, hey, I was just joking, guys. Ha ha ha. We're good. So this is what you have to keep in mind, and you have to be able to do this every single day that you're trading. You have to be able to correlate all this information if you're coming into the North American session, and you have to understand what's happened in all the sessions prior and information that's come through overnight. The biggest mistake people make is they think, well, because the market moves so much in the London session, it's not going to move in the North American session. That is totally incorrect, because the North American session has not started yet. So that means it's going to move even more. There could be a pullback to get better entries before we take off, but that's something that you have to evaluate as you're trading the market. And that is how you'll break down the markets every single day. And when you look at trading, that is what you're going to do with the specific pair that you're trading and what you're doing. Uncle Ted, which website gives you all this info? It's called UncleTed.com. My head.
Torch account guy is on the stream. He's in buys, man, on gold.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Congratulations.
That was a nice breakdown, Ted.
Yeah, amazing information, man.
So there's more to trading than just looking at candles.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? So when people turn around and say, "Well, how Ted, how do you do this every morning? How can you be so accurate?" It's because that's how my brain is functioning. That's what I'm looking through every single time that I'm trading or that I'm looking to take trades. I'm anticipating my opponent. I'm saying, okay, based on where we are in the market right now, how much more of a move do I expect to have? On the average, gold moves, we know gold will move anywhere between $3 and $10 on a good day. Sometimes it moves $20 on those extraordinary days, but we know on average, if you look at the daily candles, it moves on average between $3 and $10 overall. So if we're relatively early in the session and we've had a lot of high impact economic news, then more than likely we're going to get a good clean move, because the market is now absorbing that information and disseminating it through and making a decision based on that current situation. Then tack on your technicals, where like we said, we had support at 15 or at 1457 that never broke. So now we have a little bit of a catalyst to give us that little bit of a push up and to give us information on that. So that's really what you're trying to understand. And that's how you have to absorb the information and correlate all that data. Now, if you don't understand what I just spoke about, you need to take free economics courses online, and you need to study the impacts of geopolitical decisions in economics and how it will affect different markets, whether it's the currency market or the equity market or the bond market. So you need to understand that and say, okay, why are things happening the way they're happening? And it's very important that you understand the full context. And you shouldn't be trading a pair that you don't have that level of detail in, because all that happens is you're going to make stupid mistakes over and over again. And there's a reason why I rarely make mistakes with gold, because of the fact that I'm very detailed when it comes to these things, and I'm anticipating where we're always moving, and I'm watching everything constantly. And if you're not going to take it seriously, you're going to make silly mistakes, and it's going to cost you. And when you are detailed, you can make perfect entries and perfect exits like 80% of the time, because you are aware of what's going on in the market and you've seen the same thing happen over and over again. So really take that into consideration and understand all that information.
Knowledge is power.
Yes, it is. And that's why I always get mad when people turn around and say, oh, I don't need to go to school. I can be a dropout and learn to trade. Yeah, give me a break. Go fuck yourselves. It's true. It's so stupid. Whenever I hear somebody say that, oh yeah, I was a high school dropout, and like I just had motivation to trade and I learned how to trade. Good. Fucking shit. Go fuck yourselves.
Got lucky.
That's what everybody at Goldman Sachs did. They all dropped out of school and they just became technical and fundamental analysts. Hey guys, I love trading. I love making money, and hey, I got a flashy car. It's just, but it's sad because it leads people down the path where if you get the proper foundation and you learn like this simple sort of setup that I just provided, and you can deep dive and just study that more, you're going to find trading much more enjoyable, because you're going to look forward to Trump saying something stupid or economic events happening where everybody else is like, oh, this sucks, the economy sucks. You're going to be like, this is great. Now I can buy gold, or I can do this, or I can do that, and I can still make money.
You know where to look. That's the thing. I think you know where to look when you know that information yourself.
Really want to say something controversial, but I'm not going to.
What did you say, Anthony? You're going to become controversial.
I'm so tempted to say something controversial. I was going to say, so are we selling gold now? But I'm not going to say that.
No. Ted, you're saying you need to go to college to catch 10 pips a day? Of course. Try and do it every day and let me know how it works. I mean, this is the thing, is people turn around, they don't realize the process of actually executing that trade to catch that on a consistent basis. The people that sit here every day that would have turned around and said, oh, well, you know, Ted, we just rejected this level here and now we're selling. And I would have turned around and been like, great, have fun. And he'd be like, well, Ted, that's a resistance, so I'm going to sell and I'm going to go drop down to here. And how many times is this going to continue to move? And education taught me that when gold runs a train, it runs a train. And that's what I learned in school, is to follow patterns and to understand different things and learning. The thing is, when people turn around and drop out of school, it's not necessarily the fact that they didn't learn a specific subject, but they did not learn how to learn effectively. They did not learn research skills. The reason why you go to school is so that you learn how to research. You learn how to communicate effectively. You learn how to do things that will help you grasp other concepts. The fact that you drop out of school, yes, you didn't learn how to trade in school, but you learned how to research topics and learned how to decipher information and figure out what's important versus what's not important. Because I look a lot of the questions here, and people turn around and they ask, well, where could I have learned that? How could I have done that? I wouldn't even be asking those questions. I would already be on Google trying to figure out the information for myself, because I have research skills. Because back when I was in university, the internet was just sort of taking off, and you still had to go to a library and look for books in the library. And you had to go to the librarian and say, hey, I'm looking for a book on math, and they're like, okay, the math section's over in the back in the third row, and you had to go through and look at every title, and you had to figure out where the damn book was. Now on Google, you can just type in where's math, and math just appears up. You know, and that is the problem. And if I was in this generation and I just had this magic website called Google, man, I would have been a millionaire many years ago. It would, because everything is just right there in front of you. Just type in free economics courses, boom, like 20 of them pull up. And it doesn't matter which one you take. Just look at something and see if it's relevant for what you're trying to do. It's just so simple, but people just don't want to do that. You know, and it's just, you know, when people, you know, they tell me that they should be school dropouts and school doesn't teach you anything. School teaches you soft skills that no book teaches you. You can't read a book on how to research and how to do analysis. There's no book on that. You have to actually train your mind to use critical thinking skills. Like, you can't sit there and this is the dumbest thing you can do, is read a book on how to be a critical thinker. Like, why wouldn't you want to experience it so you could just see it live in person? Why would you want to read a book on that? And, you know, it's just understanding all that information, you will have a much better opportunity. But hey, what do I know?
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, man. Sadly.
Yeah.
You kind of have to want it.
Yeah.
To make that effort.
So why did you go to college if you can find it free online? Because I just explained it. I learned soft skills in university that I would not learn. Also, I had a job for 14 years working in an institution that I could only get with a Bachelor of Commerce degree to get into to get to a proper job. In my world back in 2003, there was no such thing as Instagram marketers who rented cars from second-rate dealerships because they were making money off you, and I could just turn around and make the thousands and the thousands a day. There was no such thing as that. There was such things as hard work.
Yeah, we're too old, man.
Yeah.
It's what we go back to all the time. It always boils down to the same thing. It's the maturity and age levels.
Exactly.
Generation stuff.
And I enjoyed school. I fast tracked through school. I went to school in the summer. I went to school like through the winter. I didn't take any breaks. I finished my university degree in like 2.5 years. I was fine with that. It didn't bother me at all. And you know, I thought that I would be working 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. Funny enough, I visited my close friend. I've known him for like 37 years now. We were just on the weekend. We were celebrating stuff, and he just got packaged out of his company. They're like, they called him into the office, and it was hilarious. They called him into the president's office because he's a VP at his job, and they're like, yeah, your job is redundant, and we'll be getting you a package. Literally the next day, he got the package, and they're like, you don't have to come into work anymore. Like, he thought they were just going to do a transition or something. Like, no, you're done. He's done.
Damn.
Yeah, he got a year and a half package. Like, it's a year and a half severance. But he's like, man, this is great. He's like, I'm retired now, because I mean, his house is paid off and everything with his wife and his kids and stuff like that. So he's good. It was just really funny. They like, now he talked to me. He's like, can I learn what you're doing now? He's like, I'm going to be bored all the time. I want to learn how to trade. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I told him to start showing up to the streams.
Well, if you're listening, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Is he here right now?
No, he's sleeping still.
Oh.
Okay.
The first month, like, he was already told the first month of his retirement he should be at Home Depot buying stuff for projects around the house, and then it'll be like month 4 he'll probably join us.
That'd be cool.
But it just goes to show you, like, I mean, he worked from 23, like I did, all the way up till 40. So he just turned 40 this year, because I turned 40 this year, and that was it. Now he's done. Got married when he was 25. Bought a house when he was 26. Well, he built a house. He paid off his house in 10 years, and that's it.
Finds out companies can just drop you like that.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, I'm not pissed off that I'm getting a package. He's like, I'm pissed off at the fact that I put 17 years into this company, and basically within a second I'm done. And it's like, hey, you're out. And I'm like, yeah, because they're going to have 3 people do your job that they can pay less.
Yep, way the world.
Did you have time for any of the chicks in college?
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm human.
If not, I'm making up for it now. It's fun.
Did you have time for the girls in college?
Yeah.
I think it was your dick, man.
Yep. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to teach a university course in trading. You can get accredited if you build a whole, what are they called? Syllabus?
Yes, syllabus.
If you build a whole syllabus, you can present it to a college or university, and then you could actually teach that course as a university course.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah. So maybe that's what I'll do next.
Dude, whoever's in class during the New York session is going to profit.
Yeah.
Dude, you should do something like as you are now, like this, so you can get an accreditation through doing this.
Everybody will show up to class.
God damn, yeah, you know. Things you have to
Waiting
be-
list long. So
Ooh,
And if you blow your account, you get an automatic F.
Exactly. Wow.
That'd be a nice course.
leave the class.
If you leave profitable, you leave with an A.
Yeah, I think I think it would be interesting. Like people have told me they're like you should go do a TED talk, and I always like one of those TED talks. I think it would be interesting. But I don't see how much value there would be with those talks because I think a lot of people that watch those TED talks are already academics to begin with. So I don't know how much value I'd be giving them because I'd be teaching them stuff. They'd be like, yeah, I already knew all that. Thanks. It's like, here's how to use critical thinking skills. Yeah, I know how to do that.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah.
No, it's not my mic. It's the fact that my office is right beside my furnace room and the furnace just turned on. So there's feedback. That's all. I figured it out.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
We could always tell if Ted is in his house.
Yep. Gold just ran a train. Jeez. 1475.
I'm real glad I'm close to 10 pitch.
You know, looking back at this stream could be a great economics 101 after that gold buy.
Yeah.
Like whatever TED talked about.
Well, it's funny. This stream will just someone else will just watch this stream later and make a part of their course on this. They're gonna sell it. They're gonna sell a trading course, and they're gonna be like, hey, because now it's funny when I watch other people talk about different topics, I see all the things that I've said or you said in what they say, and I think it's cool. I think I'm glad that people are starting to resonate. But I always look at this, and when I was typing all that stuff up, I'm like, oh, there's going to be some guru from Instagram going to see this stream, and they're going to be like, oh, that's a great topic. Okay, I need to learn that.
You already screenshot that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a lot of screenshots too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great
There's going to be
information.
all these new courses that show up.
£4,000. That's it.
Hey, I was busy working. I just hopped back on the stream. You said, what time did you come on? Like, you know, around what time you did all that so I can go back?
8:30. So just half hour ago.
Okay.
Oh, Pikachu's back. Uncle Ted, you indirectly said buy on gold. I'm in a drawdown. I don't know how. Where did you buy gold? It's like it's been going up. There's no drawdown. Like,
oh my god, people know.
Was that yesterday?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh man.
If you can really back, invite him on the stream. I want to see.
If you bought gold today, and if you right now, if you are in drawdown, send me the invoice. I'm gonna pay for it.
Oh man. Oh, I don't want to go to the airport. I have to go to the airport at 11. Actually, shoot. What time's my flight? I guess I can get there at like. I'll leave. I have to leave.
It's pretty cold.
Oh, it's cold right now. It's like 32, 33 outside. Well, less than that. I think it's in the 20s right now outside. We had a snowstorm yesterday or the day before, or Sunday, Monday snowstorm. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have nice 57 degrees Fahrenheit today.
Yeah. Whatever.
Beautiful outside.
Yeah, I think Miami. I'm coming in February, so I have to book that trip. I have to go to Miami again. And I'm gonna be doing real estate shopping.
Nice.
I could take you to the airport. No, I drive my car to the airport, valet it, and then they wash it. And I have to check the weather first when I come back, and that's how I determine if they should wash it or not. Usually, I get them to detail the whole car, and then charge it for me. When I come out, it's all ready to go. I actually enjoy parking in valet at the airport because it's all these guys in suits and I show up in sweatpants.
That's how you know who's the boss right there.
Yeah, like all these, like it's funny because there'll be like Mercedes, BMW, like Range Rover, and then there'll be like me with my Tesla, and I'm roll out in like sweatpants and a hoodie, like time to go. Do you open diversified in your trades, opening multiple positions for more profits? I used to do that. Now, I'm not really motivated for profits anymore. Like today, like it's just, you know, you sort of just. I like trading. I think for me now, the challenge is just to get correct trades all the time. It's not necessarily the profit. It's just making sure that my process is 100% right all the time. It really bothers me when I take a loss. And it doesn't bother me from the financial aspect. It bothers me because I've made a mistake that I shouldn't have. At this point in my trading career, I should not be making mistakes. And when I make a mistake, it really frustrates me because it's like it's just something stupid. It's like an NBA player, like when you shoot a free throw and you miss. Like, how could you miss a free throw? It's like it's so easy for you to practice.
So I have a question for you about that, Ted. So since you just completely make buckets of money every day, when you trade with the 100 lot, is that a way for you to easily track your pips since it's like 1,000 each pip?
Well,
like when you're going back and looking over it, because I mean, you could obviously, I guess, do more than that, right? Like, so do you stay at that for a certain reason, or like, what is it now since you're at that level? I guess
It's just more of I just want to make sure that I win. And I've always liked the 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 pip sweet spot. Like I've always liked that sweet spot, and I know I'm comfortable grabbing anywhere from 10 to 20 pips usually. So that's usually the sweet spot, especially with gold. And now, like when I trade, I like coming here to educate everybody, and I like helping people. And I also want to make sure that when I take a trade, it works out, because I know people are going to be criticizing me anytime I lose a trade. So I have to make sure that I'm 100% on point. When I was trading for myself privately and not really worried too much, I was taking more risk. I was, you know, really pushing myself because I didn't care about the outcome, because I knew that whatever I did, it didn't matter because I was doing it for myself when I first started trading. And now that I'm under a spotlight and under like a microscope, I've tuned my trading just so that I don't have people constantly questioning what I'm doing, even though I could trade the most erratic ways and the ways that people wouldn't understand, and I would be extremely profitable just because I have that background in gambling. I have the background in risk management that I know I can press. Like back 3-4 years ago, if I was trading gold right now, I'd be stacking positions like crazy. Like I'd just be going ham because the market is giving me that opportunity. And then people would look and be like, oh, you're risk management off. It's like, yeah, but you know what? If there's a guy that has a Brinks truck and he opens up the door and he's like, hey, Ted, by the way, I'm going to be at lunch for 4 hours. Can you watch the truck and make sure no one goes inside and takes the $5 million worth of money in there? And yeah, I'm just going to be out for 3 hours. You're telling me you're not going to go take $1 million out of that $5 million basket and be like, oh, I don't know what happened. The guy was at lunch 3 hours with the door open. Like, this is what the market is. Like the gold market opened at like 8 o'clock. It's like, get as much as you can. Like, these are opportunities that don't come along all the time. And that's what I would maximize on those profits. And I think
that's a great analogy, by the way.
Exactly.
But that's what it is, because when I used to trade gold heavy, and I trade like 3-4 years ago, when gold ran hard like this, I just as much money as I could get. That's all I was doing. It was like hungry hippos, like those little marbles. All I was trying to do is grabbing. Because what'll happen is you'll see gold will run like this for 2 or 3 days, and then we have weeks where it just consolidates in a range and it doesn't do anything. So it's, you know, when you get used to that, you just try and turn around and take as much as you can of that.
Right, and so now you're in just a different position. Like now you're more or less, let me snipe this, make sure I get as accurate as possible, have my analysis on point, and just kind of set an example.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That shows the evolution of it too. That's cool.
Because right now, Ted, basically he's taking his ball, putting putting his ball on the table and taking trades live in front of thousands of people, you know.
Well, here, look, perfect example. Here's basically what I would have done. Here's support. Here's a target achieved. You know, here's support. And then, you know, next target would have been over here, like we called that trade there. That's all I would keep doing, is just keep taking pieces from here, pieces from here, pieces from here, and just keep doing that. And then once this sort of stops and it stops me out, then I'm basically done for the day. But I mean, you can see when you start moving on to the higher time frames, you can see where you should be done for the day. And what I would do is I'd have my resistance line for 4 hour probably over here. And I'd be like, okay, 4 hour resistance, probably not a good idea to keep trading over here. I might stop. And yeah, sometimes it continues to move, but I would always just look at the fact that, hey, how much have I taken? And that is, you know, I would be done for the day. And there were days where I would do, you know, 10, 20, 30,000 in a day just doing that. Yeah, obviously I could have taken 1 or 2 positions and held it through here. But what I was able to do was close, increase my margin, close, increase my margin, close, increase my margin, and keep pushing more.
So no, you don't take multi-entries like that, but you'll do that whole double dip kind of thing. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just tough for me now because I'm not really motivated by trying to generate income. Like, I mean, technically speaking, with my account size, I could have stacked like maybe 15 or 20 100 lot positions.
Yeah.
Right. But then I'm risking, you know, like $1 million or $2 million of my account. And then you sort of look at it, you're like, that's stupid. Like it becomes, after a while, when you get to a certain threshold in finances, it just becomes stupid to do that, because you're at a level where if I lose, you know, 20 or 30,000 in a day, it doesn't affect anything. But if I was to lose 2 million in a day, that's just dumb. Like, why? Like, people would look at you, and I'd look at myself, going, "Why would you do that to yourself? You risk 2 million to make whatever 4 million in a day or 6 million in a day, and what was the benefit when you could easily just keep plodding away and just taking, you know, 5 or 10K a day off the table? And then when you have those huge moves of like 50 or 100 pips, you get like a $50 or $100,000 day.
Yeah.
Right, like today could have been like an $80,000 day for me. Like if I had held from 1470, I was in at 1470.15. I would have got to 1475. I would have had a $50,000 day.
Yeah.
I was going to say 1 or 2 mil. Is that it, Ted? Is that all you're risking?
Sorry.
Is that all you're risking?
When I trade?
No. Why don't you risk that? That's nothing. Pocket change.
It's just I don't know. I just like I said, I just feel stupid if I lost like $1 million or $2 million in a day.
Nah.
Like
Yeah,
I would just feel dumb. Like, even though it's you know, it's not gonna hurt me financially. I mean, maybe it would my account, and I would feel sort of like cheesed off about it. But it doesn't make sense, because there's nowhere where I need $2 or $3 million today to do something. So what do I need to do? Like, I mean, I'll do $10,000, $15,000.
Why ruin your day when there's no need?
Yeah, like that's what I mean, right? Like, I can take a safe trade. It's the same thing when I tell people when they have a $100 account, you can make $10, $5 a day. You're off to the races. There's no point of trying to make $100 off a $100 account. Like, that's just stupid. You can make $5, $10 a day, and there's gonna be, you know, days where you get like the $100,000 day, or, you know, the $100 day, because you just had the same trade and it just kept running, you know. And there's been days like that where you just map out the trade on the Asian session and let it run all the way through to the New York. It's happened many of times. Like, it's just people are so enamored by the dollar value. I'm just I just don't want to see losses. I don't think I should take losses.
Yeah, and there's no need to put yourself in that position.
I don't want to take losses. That's stupid. Why should I take a loss? It doesn't make any sense. I'm a good enough trader, and with this stream sitting here, like with Raja here, you here, Chris and Ryan and all the other guys, and Simon and stuff like that, there's no reason why I should take a loss here. Like, this is like, I've got like 8 different rear view mirrors checking, right? Like, you know, like you and I talk, Chris, all the time, and it's like we bounce ideas constantly where it's like, hey, I didn't think of that. And you're a rear view mirror checker for me, where it's like I would have got hit with a car if you hadn't told me about that, right? And it's just what I've always done in trading is always wanted to work with groups, and that's what people should be doing here is take advantage of like having those extra set of eyes and just double checks and, you know, working through ideas, and it just makes so much more sense.
Yeah, for sure. Being part of that, that's made a massive difference. So I think the people in the chat that's how they should treat it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only got like eight question responses.
Damn.
That's gold.
Yo! What in the hell was that?
Wow, that was someone selling gold. that was someone selling gold.
Wow.
I did hear the execution of the orders, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Chris.
Somebody was. Oh man,
that wasn't me. Yeah, definitely not me. I'm still happy with my temper.
Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go to downtown Miami today.
Oh, I gotta go get winter tires on now.
Raja, you know who to talk to for winter tires, right? You got a couple? Okay, good.
All right, take care, everybody.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much, Ryan, Ted, everybody.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right, take care.
There goes gold.
Take it easy.
Damn.
Where's Pikachu? There's no way he should have got. He should be in drawdown now.
Oh wow, 60, 70 pip move.
Man, 1477, motherfucker. I've literally sat and watched it all day.
Yeah.
Non-stop, man.
It's moved 30. It's moved 40 pips right now from 9 a.m. It's opened at 1470. The lowest is 1473.
What's going to happen in 9 minutes from the stock exchange?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have that huge move right
Man, we called gold at like 1469, and now
I know.
look at it.
This could be going into the 80s today.
Yeah, it's gonna go into the 80s.
Crazy.
Long time, I've actually made a bad decision about closing my trade.
Well, it's just,
Well, don't, because I missed 1465 this morning. So that's FOMO right there.
Yeah, for sure. This is the first time I actually felt this way for a long time.
man,
Still, the 30 pips for the day is good enough, but damn.
jeez, look at that go.
Oh, I said actually on that 4 hour above 70, what was it, 75, wasn't it? And up to 80. There's nothing there. Nothing at all, really.
Pikachu's happy he made money. He was in drawdown, and he's like, and I was like, "There's no way he's in drawdown," but now he's making money, so he's happy.
God. If I was younger, I would be buying right now, lots. Not anymore. Where did you close on?
Pardon?
Where did you close?
On gold?
Yeah.
I wasn't in it.
Oh, you didn't get. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I've literally just sat here watching it go up all day.
Chart paralysis.
Yeah, man.
It's like it's going up, and now we're not able to do anything.
I was hoping for a bigger pullback to get in. Didn't happen, so.
I was looking for something at that zone, to be honest. And when Ted just looked a minute ago, the way he marked it at the different levels, I could have probably made an effort to get in, but I just didn't.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like that's how I look at trading now too. Is the same thing. Is like, you know, you look at stuff and you're just like, eh.
Yeah.
Like,
they say
I mean,
I'm not
it's like I could have taken this trade. That's an easy trade. I mean, here, you know, buy stop right here and off to the races. You know,
Yeah,
like. There's no rejection, and you know your 4 hour zone is like 1478, so you could easily take.
Yeah, oh man, get it.
Yeah.
No, it's the options are there, aren't they? You can see the options. I've actually been watching GJ, to be honest. filled that 1 hour wick nice.
Black box closed at 1474 for 1475. Yeah, we're all sitting here with FOMO now. See, man.
That was mine. I can't remember what mine was. Yeah, 72.8. That's a pretty hefty move, though, from Asian as well. Oh.
$15.78. Come on.
Did you go again?
There it goes.
It's coming.
He's gone. Kerwin's gone.
How to control overtrading habit? Just don't take more than 2 trades or 3 trades.
Turn off the computer.
Yeah, close the charts.
$82 is a very viable level.
All right. You guys have a good day. Enjoy. And we'll chat tomorrow.
Awesome. I'm gonna leave as well.
Take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy, everybody.
All right, take care, guys.
Don't overtrade.